Right, welcome to a brand new video, and I'm going to do another one for sort of a 2022 edition where I'm going to go through all of the weapon specializations and why I've chosen the specializations for each gun so that you all can see basically what could be considered the best options to choose basically. So straight into it, we're going to go in with the assault rifles. We'll go straight to the first one. So we've got the Gewehr 1.5, what have we got for that? So we've gone for aim down your sights faster. I'll always take aim down your sights the majority of the time over the reloading faster, because you need to be able to obviously get your sight on the target and win that gunfight quicker. Whereas reloading, you'll know when it's safe to reload no matter how much time you have to reload. Never take hip fire unless you're obviously going on close quarters guns like shotguns and SMGs. So don't take them on assault rifles, and therefore take both of the accuracy options. Lastly, the move 60% faster while aiming. I don't take that on any gun, simply because moving faster, you need to keep consistency across all the guns that you use. So having 60% more faster on one and then not on the other, it's just going to mess with your muscle memory, and it's not going to feel so good or as effective. On close range, if you've got a high field of view and you play aggressive, then maybe you will want to move quicker because you're in more close quarters situations. But if you play low FOV like me, where you use positions and you use angles, then you don't need to move faster because you aren't going to be, you don't need to move faster. So, but either way, go for the weapon recoils less upwards because you want ultimate accuracy, and ultimately you want to go for the most accuracy, reducing that vertical recoil most of the time as the option on your specializations, because Battlefield, like I said before, the maps are big, and you can maximize the amount of kills you can get by getting as many long range kills as possible. Or rather, being good at long range maximizes the potential amount of kills you can get, and you have to do less running to go and get those kills. So that's the Gewehr. The Gewehr 43, we've gone for faster bullets. Any semi-automatic rifle is made for long range, and therefore you want to be able to hit your target quick and consistently, and you don't have to lead the target so much. So 10% faster bullets I'll always take over aiming down the sights, because you're not supposed to be using a semi-auto rifle to run and gun with. You'll be using an SMG, and therefore you don't need to pull the sights up quick to aim in at a target in a 1v1. So take the faster fire rate. Here, you've got the accuracy option, but then you've got the 6% faster while aiming, which I don't want to take. Hip fire doesn't matter. So out of these two options, I'd rather take that one, but you have to go down the left route because you get the box magazine. It means you can hold 11 bullets instead of 10. An extra bullet does make a massive difference. It's potentially an extra kill, and the box magazine means you reload in a much quicker time. So more rounds per minute that you can put through the gun, more potential kills, more likely you're going to stay alive because you're not getting caught while reloading, and more bullets to kill enemies with. So always go for the box magazine on this gun. And then of course you've got improved accuracy when stationary and less recoil vertically. You want to take the one on the left, the less vertical recoil, because obviously with any sort of semi-auto rifle, you're using it at long range, and therefore you want to keep the sight after each shot. You want to keep the recoil to the minimum so that you can hit that next shot. If there's normally 2 or 3 shots to kill, you want to keep it to the minimum so that you can hit all those bullets very quick, because the more recoil you have, the more time it takes for you to get the sight back on the enemy, and that means the enemy's got more time to run and get behind cover and then return fire, or you waste your opportunity of getting a kill. So that ultimately helps you hit that second bullet to confirm the kill much quicker. M1 Carbine, we've got, again, same thing, semi-auto rifle, so we're going with the recoil, less vertical recoil. Then we're going down the left side again because you get the extended mags, so you go from a 16 bullet mag to 31. This is or 32 obviously. This is absolutely massive, having 32 bullets in this, because you can kill about 10 enemies if you're really efficient with your ammo and accurate. The switch weapon's 15% faster. It doesn't really matter. It's a case of having to go down the left because you need the box magazine. Otherwise, you'd go with the accuracy on the right side. And then again, 10% faster bullets, same as before. You want to hit those with the semi-auto rifle. You want to be able to hit those bullets quicker at long range and not have to lead the target, so it becomes easier, and you don't need hip fire on it. So M1907, we've gone all the way down the right side. Switching weapons, you don't have to worry about. You only really would consider that if you're using a sniper or a bolt sniper, where you get one shot and then it takes ages to reload. So again, aim down your sights faster is what you're going to take. Your weapon recoils less upwards. That's what you're going to take. Improved accuracy and aimed fire while moving. That's what you're going to take as well. This gun's almost like an SMG. It's got 21 bullets, high fire rate, so you're going to use it like an SMG. So obviously you want accuracy while you're moving. The hip fire is already good enough as well at the close ranges which you're going to be using it. That you don't need to take the it's close enough, and the accuracy with hip fire is good enough. The bayonet could be an option because you've got a low ammo count, but you've got a magazine which reloads quite quick, so you shouldn't have to worry about needing to resort to using the bayonet. And surprisingly, I have gone for moving 6% faster while aiming with this weapon, simply because you are going to be using it like an SMG, and therefore it is beneficial to move fast with it, so that you've got, you can, while you're reloading, you can dodge bullets, etc. So that's that one. Turner SMLE, we've got improved accuracy and aim fire when stationary, going 3 ways down the right. Ultimately going for the box magazine again, and improved accuracy and aim fire when moving, and then ending it with the vertical recoil. All the same sort of things you want to go for on a semi-automatic rifle. The main reason for not going for the extended mags to have 20 is it takes ages to reload 5 bullets at a time, and obviously if you're in between any of those 5 bullet increments, you've got to reload 1 bullet at a time, and it takes absolutely ages. Whereas the box magazine, you can reload in half the time. You can't reload just 5 bullets if you want to get that extra kill, but it's just 10 bullets you can just dump into 1 or 2 enemies and quickly reload and get onto the next mag. Whereas this, you might dump 20 bullets and then you've got to spend 2 or 3 times as long to reload it, in which case you might miss getting loads of kills, you might get killed, you might have your teammates taking kills which you can see while you're reloading, so don't go for that. STG, all the way down the right, aiming down your sights fast. You're not going to use it like an SMG, you're using it at medium range, but it's much better than switching weapons faster. You don't need hip fire, and you don't need to move in 6% while faster. The gun does have quite a bit of horizontal recoil, so obviously get rid of that. Improved accuracy when stationary, doesn't really matter. While moving would be beneficial, but because this gun's better at medium to long range, you would rather go for the vertical recoil, and there isn't much. The recoil is not that noticeable while moving, especially when you've got the less horizontal recoil. Salves ladder, we've gone 3 down the left and 1 on the right. Same things as a semi-automatic rifle, 10% faster bullets, less vertical recoil, faster fire rate. Obviously, is always nice because it does help in close range. Bipod, there's no point because you're going to be running around with a gun. It's not a sniper. And improved accuracy when you're stationary, which with semi-auto rifles, you are going to be stationary quite a bit of the time. You don't want 60% moving faster, and etc. etc. So, Gewehr 15, one of the most underrated guns in the game, one of the best guns in the game. Semi-auto rifle. This one you can use much more aggressively. So aim down your sights 33% faster. The 6% faster while aiming, like I said, I don't want to use that at all, and therefore I'd rather sacrifice that and the accuracy and to just go down the horizontal route because I physically don't want to use the 60% faster. So this actually does make the gun pretty good with hip fire when you're in close range as well, and then again less vertical recoil because it's a semi-auto rifle, which is good for long range, and you don't need to reload 15% faster because you've got a 31 bullet mag, so you should be able to kill all the enemies and give yourself enough time to reload. AGM 42, we've gone 1 on the right, 2 on the left, 1 on the right. Same sort of things as, again, it's a semi-auto rifle, improved accuracy, detachable magazines, less vertical recoil, and the faster bullets. That's what you always want to take really with your semi-auto rifles. Ribeye rolls, also a very, very, very good gun. All the way down the right is what we've gone for. Don't need to switch weapons faster. You've got aim down sights faster, improved accuracy, 10% faster bullets because this gun is one of the best guns in the game at tap firing at long range, and you can really do really, really good damage and accuracy with tap firing with this gun. Sometimes I'll even tap fire even without doing full auto, even in close range, because you realise how good it is at tap firing. So 10% faster bullets for long range and tracking moving targets, and then improved accuracy when stationary because you don't want to take the 6% faster while aiming. So Mass 44, semi-auto rifle, same sort of things again, with a bit of difference. Aim down your sights 33% faster. You want the box magazines, so you've got to go down the left route. And then you want less vertical recoil. The 10% faster bullets, the gun has already got a pretty high bullet velocity, so you don't need to take it. And I'd always say to take the vertical recoil over the faster bullets. The Braider, this is also a very unique gun, very, very fun gun. If you try it using this gun, you might hate it to start off with, but if you use it for a good few hours straight, you'll get used to the burst fire. And in semi-auto, it's also one of the best guns in the game with semi-auto. So we've gone for aim down your sights faster. If you're like me and you prefer to use the 3x scope, which it is best with, then you obviously it takes longer to aim down that 3x scope, so you want to aim in faster. Less horizontal recoil. There is quite a bit of horizontal recoil on this gun, which actually does help you out quite a bit because it means you don't miss so many bullets. But yeah, obviously going down the right side. The biggest decision with this gun is between decreasing the time between shots within a burst. So you fire the 3 bullets quicker in this one than you do in this one, but you have to wait, say, a second to fire the next burst in this one, whereas in this one, you have to wait half a second to fire the next burst. It's much better to go down the right side, not because only because you get the horizontal reduction in recoil, but if you miss those first 3 bullets with the faster burst, then you have to wait longer, and you give the person you're in a gunfight with much more time to kill you and fire more bullets at you. Plus, firing the 3 bullets in the burst quicker means you get that instant recoil impact much quicker. Whereas going for the trigger job specialization, firing 3 slower bullets gives you more time to pull down on your right stick against the recoil, meaning you can maintain accuracy much better and make sure that each of the 3 bullets hit. But also, if you don't get a kill on your target, you've only got to wait half the time you have of the other option to fire the 4th bullet, which typically is going to be the bullet that gets you the kill. So that option is much, much better for accuracy in the long run. And I have got a 128 kill game on Underground with it to bring out as well, so you can have another see of this gun in the future. It's one of my favorites in the game. It's not one of the best, but it's one of my favorites. And then obviously improved accuracy while moving over the stationary, simply because you are going to be moving quite a bit with it, seeing as it's almost a full, it fires bursts, so you are going to be wanting to move with it, as every time you fire a burst, there's a period of time where you can't shoot back, so you want to be able to move and so you want to be moving and shooting, basically. Carabine, semi-auto rifle, 10% faster bullets. You do want to reload faster because you've got no option for box magazines in this one, so therefore you want to reload those 5 bullets or individual bullets as quick as possible. I don't want a 6% faster while aiming, so you have to sacrifice that. And of course, vertical recoil over the accuracy, because it's at long range and it's already accurate enough. M1 Garand is a unique one, but you've got 1 on the left and 3 down in the middle. So you want to aim down your sights faster over improved accuracy while stationary, because there's hardly any recoil on this gun, being a semi-auto rifle. So you want to just aim in as quick as possible, and you want to use this as an aggressive semi-automatic rifle. Then you want to reload 15% faster, because again, you haven't got box magazines. You've only got 8 bullets, so you're going to be firing a lot. You're going to be probably reloading more than you are firing with the gun. Hip fire doesn't really matter, but obviously you need to take that 50% faster while reloading, so you have to take the hip fire. And again, the left option is always going to be the 6% faster while aiming, which I never take. And then you've got an option of 3 at the end. There's no point taking the grenade launcher, because you've got too many other explosive options in your gadgets which you can use, so there's no point in taking that. Having only 8 bullets, the bayonet would be a very good option, because when you run out of bullets and the enemy's about to return fire, or another enemy comes and you haven't got time to reload, you can bayonet charge them. This would be very useful, but the damage at range was nerfed after this game was after the gun was released, and therefore the damage at range is pretty poor, and it's almost 4 bullets to kill at times. So you need to make sure you take this so you can still at least maintain that 3 bullets to kill at the longest range as possible. Otherwise, this gun becomes completely useless with only 8 bullets and no box magazines to reload either. So that's the M1 Garand. And then the final 2 guns we got is the M2 Carbine and the Johnson rifle. M2 Carbine absolutely shreds if you've tried it, and in this one we've gone all the way down the right. Like the M1907, you're going to use this sort of like an SMG, so aiming down your sights faster is what you're going to want to go with, because you're going to be in close one-on-one gunfights. The weapon can get quite a bit of horizontal recoil, so obviously you want to get rid of that. You don't need the vertical recoil, so just take the accuracy options on the right. Improved accuracy while moving helps because you're going to use it like an SMG. It's already got a 31 bullet magazine, and it reloads fast even when you dump the whole magazine, and you have the longer reload, so you don't need to reload faster. And same with the M19, because you're using it like an SMG, you're going to go for the move 60% faster while aiming down your sight, which is not what I normally go with, but certainly here is one you're going to want to go with. And lastly, the Johnson rifle. We've gone all the way down the right. Aim down your sights faster, over switching your weapons faster. Simple. It's not you got 10 bullets. It's not a sniper rifle where you only get 1 bullet and it's a long time to reload. So aim down your weapon sights 33% faster. Then you're going with the accuracy option, 10% faster bullets because it's a semi-auto rifle. Now, surprisingly here, I haven't gone for the less vertical recoil because the gun is already very accurate and has hardly any vertical recoil, which you'll see if you use the gun. But because the gun's got no box magazine and it only reloads 5 bullets at a time, or individual bullets, you will see when you reload the gun, the reload time is incredibly slow for a semi-automatic rifle, and so that 15% faster doesn't even feel any quicker. So you have to take it in reality. But yeah, that's all of the assault rifles, from the Johnson rifle to the Sturmgewehr. I'd probably say the Sturmgewehr is the most meta gun here and probably the best gun. The most unique gun is certainly the Breda and the most fun to use, whereas the Gewehr 1.5 is probably the most underrated and one that you can probably do incredible damage with. But I'm going to leave that there today, and I'm going to come back in the next video, or in another video in the future if this one does well, and I'll cover the specializations on all the medic weapons, as well as all of the support weapons and the recon weapons, because it takes quite a while to go through them, and I want to explain it in a bit more depth rather than just showing you. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed. If any of these help, or if there's any tweaks or changes you think you would make, leave a comment. But leave a like, leave the comment on what I just said, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And these videos help you. We'll see you on the next one.